As Larry Bossidy, chairman and CEO of Allied Signal, has said, in the end, we bet on people, not strategy. Highly acclaimed thought leader and visionary, Dr. J.P. Pawliw-Fry works with organizations across the globe to optimize the last frontier of competitive advantage, their people.
So what is this emotional intelligence then? What is this thing called emotional intelligence? About 4 years ago, I was doing a program to a similar group in Hawaii, similar to this. You see, Jim, they do their programs like this in Hawaii. Just wanted to mention that. And actually, they were generous enough to bring my wife along with me. I just wanted to mention that as well. I'm not going to be invited back next year, I can tell. But we're flying over. We arrive in Honolulu at 9 a.m. And the female, we get picked up by a female cab driver. Not so surprising. Beside her was a 7 or 8-year-old daughter. Now my wife and I, we had a 1 and 3-year-old daughter at the time. And it was obvious to us that we were out of our element as parents when that 7 or 8-year-old daughter said, "Mommy, where are all the idiots today?" You know, we thought we must be overtired or something. But her mom replies, "Relax, dear. They only come out when your dad is driving." And to me, this story illustrates everything about emotional intelligence. How we see the world. Is that someone cutting us off? Are they an idiot? Or maybe they're going to the hospital for an emergency. How we see the world directly impacts our behavior, doesn't it? And our behavior impacts the important people around us.
A top-rated lecturer at the renowned Kellogg Business School's Executive Education Program, Dr. Pawliw-Fry is a pioneer in the exciting new field of emotional intelligence.
Let me ask you a question. How many thoughts do you think we have a day? This is the interactive part of the program? According to research, we have about 60,000 thoughts a day. Actually, a female colleague of mine tells me men only have 1 thought a day. 60,000 times, right? People are actually in their own little bubbles of thinking. Every one of us, right now, we're in our little bubbles of thinking. And the high performer among us is the person who can step outside of their bubble, honor it, but step outside and tune into what other people are feeling and thinking. You know, we do studies of high-performing CEOs at the U.S. Navy, commanding officers. You know what we find? They don't use command and control. They actually are very good at using emotional intelligence. Step outside, tune into what other people are feeling and thinking, because here's the deal. You can command and control. Think of this with your staff and your team. You can command and control anyone for 6 or 8 months. But at some point, they stop listening. They tune out.
Dr. Pawliw-Fry understands what differentiates the high performers from his firsthand experience working with professional athletes, Olympic medalists, as well as senior executives and salespeople from around the world. Author, columnist, and media personality, Dr. Pawliw-Fry is the co-director of the Institute for Health and Human Potential, a world-leading organization that develops and delivers unique training programs in emotional intelligence.
I mean, if I could have you walk away with anything today, it's look at yourself. Look at where can I get better. That's what I love about working with Olympic athletes or professional athletes and teams. Is the best athletes are not afraid to say, how can I get better? How can I get better? Where's my edge to be found? You know, I work with the Orlando Magic of the NBA, and their coach, Doc Rivers. Whether you're a basketball fan or not, you might know that he was fired. They had a horrible start to the season. Doc Rivers 2 years ago won NBA Coach of the Year. Do you know what Doc Rivers is doing right now? I mean, on top of announcing on ABC every Sunday. You know what else he's doing? He is going and traveling to colleges and other NBA teams and watching practices to pick up what he can to become a better coach. That's what it's all about. Can you be big enough? You know, can you be big enough? And this is what self-awareness is all about. Can you be big enough to say, I'm still here to learn. How can I get better?
A leading authority on leadership and performance, last year Dr. Pawliw-Fry reached audiences in the UK, Greece, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, and Australia with the following presentations. Redefining Leadership, What Highly Effective Leaders Do. The Motivation Myth. High-performance sales is not driven by motivation, but by managing setbacks effectively. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. tools to thrive in turbulent times.
But you know what I see in organizations and small teams today more than anything? It's the swallowing of truth. You know, you feel or your staff feels put down, let down, or shut down. And if they don't either have the environment available to step in and speak their truth, or if they're just not feeling strong enough to do it, you're missing something. Both on the business edge side and on the people edge side. Good ideas that aren't being articulated because there's fear. But more importantly, if people start to feel, like if they start to kind of swallow truth, you know what happens? Residue builds up on that relationship, and pretty soon you can't work with that person. Do you know, if I studied each of you, you and your spouse, today, we could predict with 94% accuracy. That's huge predictive validity. 94% accuracy, which of you would still be together in a happy, loving relationship 5 years from today based on one EQ competency. Do you know what that is? How skillfully we air our grievances. You see, in every relationship you're in, at home, with your team and staff, you're going to have tension. You're going to have complexity. And your ability as a leader of those folks to create what I call a container of safety and inspiration so they can step in and speak their truth to you means that you will decrease the residue, and now you'll be able to really innovate, really think of new ideas of how you can serve the people you serve more effectively.
JP's powerful keynotes received critical acclaim. Fantastic! Very leading-edge thinking. JP has huge energy and passion. Our leadership team couldn't get enough of him. I could listen to him all day. IBM, USA. I do not say this lightly. This was the most powerful keynote I've ever heard. Wow! JP was charged with setting the tone for the rest of the week. He clearly over-delivered. Pfizer, Argentina. Outstanding! The best keynote presentation I've been to in years. Very different than the usual, extremely powerful, yet highly entertaining. It's not often I hear someone who can really put it together. Ernst & Young, Austria. Awesome presentation. This will change my life. Thank you for all of your passion, enthusiasm, and integrity, and for making this our best meeting ever. Merck, USA.